This is the book of James 5, verse 3 in the NLT. Your gold and silver have become worthless. The very wealth you were counting on will eat away your flesh like fire. This treasure you have accumulated will stand as evidence against you on the day of judgment. Shalom laha alahayim, peace to the gods, kal halal, yum la Yahweh, bahasham Yahweh Shai, bahasham racha hakodash. Giving all praises to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. All right. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the Bayath Dawada. All right, the house of David, the tabernacle of David, the predestined spirits of election scattered abroad the four winds of the earth. Okay, the four corners of the earth, starting with the governing body in the kingdom to come, the 144,000, 12,000 men, prophets of Yasha Allah, the princes of power. Okay, as well as the remaining innumerable multitude, the remnant of Israel, scattered across the globe through their transgressions of the commandments of the Lord. All right, that trace their lineage back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Whatever you may look like, whether it be like a speckled bird or of a common phenotype of a so-called Indian descent, native descent, or Negro descent, bywords. Okay, your true nationality is Hebrew Israelites. Wake up and return into your power. Okay, specifically as well too, the 1/3 here in Babylon the Great, the men, women, and children who are believers of the gospel, serving the ministry in whatever lot that they have. To you, I say Shalom. This is your brother Tazapanya, Banyamyan, Abba Ratazah, Adawan Ratazah, Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect. Epistle, digital epistle, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shah. Let's get right into it, man. All right. This is big, man. John Williams, content creator. Now these alternative media people, they understand that there is a wicked oligarchy, a wicked elite at the top that is controlling everything. But see, the prophets on the street corners is telling you who exactly they are and what's going to happen to them according to the scriptures, because it was written. Okay? This coming collapse is staged. All right? And like I read in James 5 earlier, they have purposely corrupted their but see, the Lord is using that as evidence, as it said in that NLT, to count through the lawsuit, the spiritual lawsuit against them, to judge them for their wickedness. Okay, because they're trying to put themselves in a position, trying to outsmart the Most High. It's not going to happen. Let's play this. We're gonna filter it through the scriptures, because the times that we coming into, just like the brother, the Ra'ash, the Zaquan Kasab at camp yesterday, man, we got months, man, through the spirit, and we all speak as men, but we do believe the Lord is dealing with us. But something major is going to happen. All right, this is the election year, so the selection year, so to speak. All right, and shit about to pop off, man. Prepare yourself mentally through the spirit and pray that you're of the elect.
Here, the world's elite are aware of something very, very concerning that's about to unfold starting in the next 6 months, and I want you to know what's happening. Warren Buffett, he just unloaded $2.3 billion worth of Bank of America stock. Might not seem like a big deal, but then in May, he unloaded $21 billion worth of Apple stock. Then in December...
You know how much 21 billion is, bro? Okay? 1 billion is 1,000 million dollars. So times that by 21, bro.
It was reported that he unloaded $28.7 billion worth of other stock. So collectively north of $50 billion worth of sales.
$50 billion, bro.
You have the CEO of JP Morgan Chase, the largest bank in the world. He just pulled $183 million worth of his own stock just sold it.
JP Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon is selling some of his stock in the bank for the first time in his 18 years at the helm.
So they didn't do this during the Great Recession in 2007, 2008, but they're doing it now. 18 years. Okay? He was there. 18 years ago was what? About 2006. Okay? Yo.
Today's levels, that amounts to roughly $140 million.
He pulled this money out. Why? Why are these financial gurus, the Jeff Bezos, the Elon Musk, the Mark Zuckerberg, the Walton family, the CEO of Salesforce, all these very prominent, well-informed, educated, wealthy titans liquidating stock?
High-profile CEOs, founders, and heirs are selling a massive amount of stock.
A growing cohort of billionaires and CEOs are unloading stock and at an increasing pace.
Well, I think it makes more sense to understand what's going to happen next and why they're here. So when you see the upcoming elections, it's something that I believe is going to change the world forever. Whether you like Kamala, whether you like Trump, whether you whoever you're standing behind, they're all heavy proponents now for cryptocurrencies, which is quite shocking.
You see that? All of a sudden, it's bipartisan of an ideology now that they're supporting crypto. Why is that? Because we telling you, I don't want to get mad. I don't, be too much of rude of speech, because we've been telling you that the mark of the beast is the RFID CHIP, man. Okay? This shit is coming, and it's coming quickly like a freight train, bro. You understand what I'm saying? This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13. We're going to go to verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. This is America. And he had two horns like a lamb, the reincarnated two-party system from ancient Rome. The plebeians and the patricians are now the Republicans and the Democrats, but it's on the same animal, the same bird. Two wings of the same feather, like, they say in the world or whatever. So it's an illusion that they're going against each other. They on the same shit. All right? And as a lamb, as if they're for the people. And he spake as a dragon, the draconian measure of the global mandate punishable by death of you taking the RFID CHIP in your hand or on your head is fucking coming, man. All right? And the prophets of Great Millstone have been telling you this, the apostles on down, all right, from before 2007 in July when the Great Awakening happened on YouTube.
Because Kamala, now she wants to have conversation with crypto companies. Now Donald Trump went from saying that Bitcoin was a scam to now Bitcoin, we need to lean into Bitcoin.
So look, remember, they're estranged from the womb. They come out for speaking lies. So they got two forked tongues, man. Oh, Bitcoin's a scam. Now they pushing it. And then you got both sides now. Kamala talking to cryptos, and because they know where it's going. Because that's their puppets. They're told what to say, man. You see what I'm saying? And then these niggas is still pushing this shit like Nero is controlled opposition. It does not matter, because it's all set up through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua on the left-hand side to bring about this great evil that is about to smack niggas in their faces, man. You see what I'm saying?
RFK, standing for Bitcoin.
Hello, Bitcoiners. If crypto is going to define the future, I want to be mined, minted, and made in the USA.
When do you ever see in an election period them all stand behind something? All the Republicans, the Democrats, when do you ever see them standing for the same exact thing? Well, what I think is going to happen is I think we're likely going to be walking into a crypto boom. And we're going to then see the digital dollar rise, and we're going to start to see the traditional fiat dollar pull back.
You see this, man? You can't make this shit up, bro. You cannot make this shit up.
Now, the more that you look at what's unfolding, and the more that you look at what they said was going to be happening right now, the more you realize that this is going step by step, exactly how they said it was going to go. I'll break it down for you. I'm going to give you the facts to help you and position you for what I believe is going to be the greatest rug pull in American history. We've all been set up for it the last many years, and now it's all going to start to happen the next couple of years. Please hit the like button, people share the content, educate more people about what's going on in our economy. And today's video is sponsored by DeFi losses tied to higher interest rates. Well, what they didn't take into consideration here is that 1,804 banks took out $165 billion in loans from the Bank Term Funding Program. This is right in 2023 when Silicon Valley Bank fell. PacWest got acquired by Bank of California. First Republic. You have all these, small little banking situations unfold. They issued them loans based on overinflated valuations on their commercial real estate back then. They were giving them 100% value based on what that asset was worth in 2021, 2022. And so these banks are sitting on all these losses that they now have to pay back and they have a 1-year window. And that window was March 10th, 365 days later. So March 10th, they have until March 9th of 2025. 1,804 banks have to pay that back. That's going to be a really, really, really big problem. So when you start to take into consideration all of this money that has to get paid back and this big push towards crypto, it'll all start to make a lot more sense. Now, I think that we're going to see interest rates stay where they are for the foreseeable future. And I think this is going to push these banks into crisis. So inflation rose 3% in June from a year ago, marking 3 straight months of slowing inflation. The latest Bureau of Labor Statistics report showed, excluding the volatile food and energy, let's exclude food and energy. That's where most people spend their money, right? So-called core prices also dipped 3.3% from 3.4%, the lowest since April 2021. Now, Jerome Powell came out July 2nd, 24 days ago, 26 days ago, saying that, basically inflation is on the downswing, but don't expect rate cuts. They're not going to cut rates. They're going to continue to say that the next meeting is going to be the one. The next meeting is going to be the one. They said this in 2022, in 2023. They keep saying that, that we're almost there. We're almost there, right? They're selling hope, the hopium train, right? The last thing that goes is hope. They're not going to be cutting rates. I can almost promise you, unless, maybe Trump steps in and says, we need to cut rates in the short term. But even that, he says that he wants to cut rates, but he also thinks inflation is going to go down. He wants to stimulate the economy with inflation going down. How would that happen, right? Regardless, if he did do such a thing, it would take us in the same direction. I just don't think we're going to see rate cuts. And I think by the time that election comes, we're already going to be in a heap of trouble. DeFi Technologies is pioneering the future of digital finance, introducing groundbreaking products that are centralized
So half of the video was that.
script. Kamala Harris campaign seeks to reset, right?
Here we go.
With crypto companies, no pun intended for what we're walking into.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, right. So it's funny to actually use that word reset. This came out of this. How they're all puppets. They're all in with Santa Claus, Schwab, the WEF, these agendas, so on and so forth. So now all of a sudden she using these little trigger words. You feel me? And that's why they put it in quotations. Oh, with crypto, because things is going to get regulated. Just so, like he said, you feel me? Niggas gonna get rich. They going, the shit gonna crash. Some niggas gonna get money, but it's gonna be those that is regulated through the governments, and then eventually they're gonna lead unto starting with your phones, with the digital dollars, the CBDCs, and then it's gonna go, into the chip, man. You see what I'm saying? How exactly and which way is gonna do it, we have yet to see. All right, but we know it's going to get pushed because the scriptures say so. The scriptures prophesied. Okay, the prophets prophesied through the Spirit. Okay, but it doesn't matter who gets in. Doesn't matter which way. At the end of the day, Yahweh Shai is going to come and establish His kingdom. But first, things have to happen. Okay, as it says in the books of in the Apocrypha, Second Esdras, man, everything is lined up. In a measure. It has at times is of its measure, and that's how you're supposed to measure the time thou diligently, based upon certain prophecies coming to pass. All right, so the days is getting shortened, man. Okay, this is not a game to be playing around, being in a debating type of spirit, trying to figure out this and that. The truth is out there. Okay, the truth is out there. Is either you accepted it or you not, or you're doing this thing for strife and contention's sake, for filthy lucre's sake. You see what I'm saying? That's not what we trying to prepare ourselves, man. We're trying to be prudent, because a prudent man is going to foresee the evil that's coming, rather than life coaching and marriage counseling, you know, and business, you know, endeavors and things of that nature. You see what I'm saying? The wise man is going to be occupied in prophecies, man. That's all I care about, bro. A prophecy with news article that come about, Lord willing, I'll make a video on it, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, Jake is just, you know, but hey, it's not for everybody, you know.
Crypto companies is as Kamala Harris advisors have approached top crypto companies to reset relations between her Democratic Party and a sector that has come out as an important backer of Donald Trump, her rival for U.S. presidency. Members of the vice president's team have contacted people close to crypto companies about meeting in recent days, said 4 people with knowledge of the matter. Those include leading exchange Coinbase stablecoin companies, Circle, and blockchain payment groups, Ripple Labs.
Ripple,
2 of the.
You see that? Yo, that's crazy. And I only watched 2 minutes of this, and then I do and so again, if you haven't done your research, do your research. Ripple, and you know, big up to Samak out there, of the Miami branch of Great Millstone, Ephraimite, if I'm not mistaken, because he knows what's up. You feel me? And when I did my research on it, it lines up. Okay, there's a reason why Catherine Fritz came out and said that in Denmark, the U.S. Naval Intelligence, DARPA, and Ripple, which is the parent company of the cryptocurrency XRP, which is the first coin to volunteer themselves to be regulated by the U.S. government through the standardization code ISO 20022, all right, are working on a microchip compatible, all right, with the crypto XRP. Come on, man. Come on. All right. And the majority of central banks around the world is working with Ripple and using their blockchain to create a CBDC. I'm going to continue to keep saying this thing, and you're going to keep seeing Ripple. And look, the X, again, XRP. All right. I'm telling, this thing is what, this is wild, and I'm getting excited. You see what I'm saying? Because the Lord is not a man that he shall lie. You feel me? The prophecies is there. And we got to constantly say that we understand this truth, because there's a lot of niggas out there that don't get it, bro.
People said the vice president's office and the Harris campaign declined to comment. So you have Trump completely changing his tune on Bitcoin. You have Kamala Harris trying to, make crypto and Bitcoin more relevant. And then RFK is saying, taking a swing at Trump pitches Bitcoin strategic reserves. Right? They're all moving in this direction. And what I think is going to happen is I think that there's no way that the American people go from dollar to digital dollar, but going from dollar to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies to we need something more stable and secure, something that's going to be better for the people, something that's going to be more inclusive, something that's going to, really check all the boxes that Bitcoin doesn't. I think that's going to be the easier path to that. And I think that's where we're going to be going next. So first, I think we're going to see a big push to Bitcoin over the next year or so. And then we're going to continue to see a really big push for a digital dollar. Now, Singapore central bank digital currencies have the potential to replace cash, but adoption could take time, right?
So they need a crisis. They need a crisis, you see?
Well, only it would take more time if they did not move aggressively into Bitcoin. If they move aggressively into Bitcoin, it would take a lot less time. CBDCs can replace cash, which is costly to distribute in island economies. Now, this came out last year, right? So we've already started to see this big push, and now it's going to really ramp up. This is CNN. CNN reported right here, will the US dollar become a digital currency? The digital dollar has the potential to become the backbone of the United States economy and change the face of global commerce. Known as central bank digital currencies, the proposed electronic currency could make financial transactions completely digital, which would make transferring money faster and cheaper. it has also become a hot button issue with Republican lawmakers weighing in on the topic and voicing concerns. Critics say that there's a massive privacy and security issue in the electronic currency could give the U.S. government unprecedented control over the transactions. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell said in March the possibility of launching a digital dollar in the U.S. was slim to none. So what will it take to create a digital dollar in the United States? A CBDC, known as digital dollar, is a proposed form of electronic currency that could be used to buy and sell almost any goods and services in the United States, much like a regular dollar is used today. Unlike traditional greenback, however, a CBDC would not exist in paper form, but would be solely transacted and represented in an electronic format. The money would be directly issued by the Federal Reserve and live on a digital ledger such as a blockchain, right? What are the odds that all three people, everybody running, is all pushing for this, right?
Right. RFK, Robert Kennedy Jr., JFK's nephew, Trump, Nero, and Kamala the Terrible, the Bedwench, Harris, man. You see, so it doesn't matter. They're all going to push this. That's the point that he's making. And that's what we've been telling you, because it's prophecy. You can't, there is no counsel against the Lord, as it says in the scriptures. Okay? And riches profit not in the day of wrath. Right? That's what the scriptures say. But what does it say? Righteousness delivereth from death. You see? So yeah, there's going to be a lot of niggas that's going to get a lot of money in a couple of months, maybe in a year, because they this and that and the third. But if they want to keep that, they're going to have to take that C hit. And because they worship money, and you cannot serve two masters, they're going to take it. But then they're going to be destroyed, because that's what the Bible says. That's what the Lord said. Thus saith the Lord.
Meaning there wouldn't be a need for a traditional bank to handle certain types of transactions or record keeping. A digital currency, think about this. There would not be a need for traditional banks to handle certain types of transactions. 1,804 banks.
Yes, so yeah. So that's what they're saying. They pushing towards this because big bank will take little bank. All these little banks, fuck y'all. If everything's on the blockchain, there's no need for your little banks. You see what I'm saying? And then it's going to start a conglomerate, a cartel, which they already have that. And the international banking families know this to give them more power. They have a God complex. Okay, we could go into many scriptures regarding that, but for the sake of time, I'm going to skip it. 2 Thessalonians, Isaiah 14, so on and so forth, man. They want to be like the Most High. You see what I'm saying? They have complete control and pseudo control over everybody, not knowing that they're being controlled anyway by the Most High. The king of the Lord is the heart of the king is in the hand of the Lord. He turn it like a river. He turn it whithersoever it goeth, man. So he's putting the spirit upon these people to do this shit. Okay, this is why David, our King David said, as a psalmist, all right, deliver me from the wicked, which is thy sword. See, so the Most High is bringing judgment, all right, upon this place, and we're in the spirit of petitioning for deliverance from the Edomites, the so-called Caucasian people, all right, the people that the Lord have indignation forever, because they're the ones that's going to be pushing this draconian measure, man. You see what I'm saying? And all hell is going to break loose, man. You see, so evil times is coming, and niggas has got their heads in the wrong type of shit right now. All right, all of this, they want to do things on their own. They want to debate this type of shit and all that. You're supposed to be gathering together with the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect, man. All right. What does Psalms 133 say? All right. How good and pleasant is it for brethren to dwell together in unity, man? So what the fuck type of unity camps you got, but you teaching different doctrines and shit? All right, niggas just breaking off from niggas that supposedly you still cool with, but I'm not a part of them anymore. What type of shit is going on? But see, this was all prophesied anyway, because there's been men that crept in unawares when shit like this is coming down and you not telling the people. You feel me? What is the priority of what needs to be taught at this point in time, man? Okay.
Took out $165 billion in loans. The higher interest rates go, the longer they stay there, the further banks walk into crisis. The further landlords, investors, REITs, a lot of these really, really big investors are going to be sitting holding bags that are the real estate bags that are just depreciating overnight. And so when they have to refinance over $2 trillion worth of loans in the next couple of years with these elevated interest rates, where banks are financially struggling and they don't want to, issue lines of credit and loans, it's going to be a situation where a lot of these banks are simply going to get pushed out of business.
And it's funny because now that he said that, America has just reached a $35 trillion debt mark. Okay, we just had the beginning opening satanic ceremony of the Olympics in Paris, France, with these transformers mocking the Last Supper. Okay, and then they went into it, and in the Illuminati card game, okay, on the France card you have 3 and then 5, 3 power 5 something or whatever, and it just so happens we hit 35 trillion, on that same day or whatever. So again, all of this shit is staged, bro. You see, and niggas don't know the high players, the elite. These niggas is selling off because the shit is about to come. It's about to come quick, and niggas gonna get caught with their pants down, because these prophecies gonna catch niggas like a thief in the night, man. You see what I'm saying? Civil war, race war, class war, which is all prophesied, is going to come, and it's going to come swiftly. The Lord is shortening up the days for the elect's sake, man. You see what I'm saying? This is how you know the elect's prayers is heard, because they want to get out of here. They're sighing and crying for the abominations done in the midst thereof, and they're praying without ceasing. But also with their praying, they're watching. They're watchmen, watching to see what's going on in the world. All right, while these niggas is stuck on bullshit that's happening every day, chasing whatever the fuck they chasing. All right, some niggas is chasing bitches, then other niggas is like, yo, don't chase the bitches, chase the money. When both of them shits, it doesn't make sense. You're supposed to be chasing wisdom, man. You know what I mean? Sophia, all right, because she ain't gonna let you down. You chase money, money has wings that's gonna fly away, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, so it's like trying to fathom. This is why prophets was throwing up when visions was given unto them, and seeing the times that we coming into. This is the time like never before. Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for the day is great and none is like it, for it is the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Who? The elect of Israel. All right, and we want to be a part of that number so bad, bro. So this is why we're giving diligence to make our calling and election sure, man. All right, we turning it up to 40, nigga. You see what I'm saying? We are not playing, man. We not going to give this man no rest until he makes Zion a praise in the earth, man. Extolling the names of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man.
A digital currency would require a fully integrated digital infrastructure and could take years of research and development to launch. Now, I would argue that a lot of this research is probably already done.
Exactly, because their thoughts is deep, man. All right, they think mischief upon their beds, man. You see what I'm saying? The research is done. The think tanks is already, the wicked councils have already been taking place. They ready.
CBDCs gained popularity in the late 2010s when global.
So the question is you ready? But see, a lot of these niggas is wishing for the day of the Lord, but what day is it unto you? Do you not know it's a day of darkness and gloom, roughly paraphrasing? You see what I'm saying?
Technology companies announced their own digital currencies, most notably Facebook's now defunct Libra. Dozens of central banks and governments have since launched digital currencies and pilot programs, according to data from Washington, D.C.-based nonpartisan think tank, the Atlantic Council. Now, then when you look at this is what's very fascinating to me. You look at the date here, May 18th, or May 2018, right? So this is, you're looking 6 years ago, over 6 years ago. And it says right here, acceptance, this is decreasing use of paper money, acceptance and adoption of cryptocurrencies will continue to spread.
Whoa, you see that? 6 years ago, they come out with their thing, right? And then they're saying acceptance and adoption of cryptocurrency will continue to spread. As we see, presidential candidates are accepting and wanting to push this. And you think that these niggas is not all connected and talking and puppets and this and that and the third? You understand what I'm saying?
The developments will bring together markets, institutions, and infrastructure in a multipolar, complex, and interconnected world, which will challenge.
You don't see. So look, it said multipolar. Did not Gog, from the land of Magog, right? Russia, did not they say with this whole BRIC situation, all right, that we're not looking at a unipolar world where America control everything, but there's going to be multipolars and this and that. So, this whole shit is yo. Oh man, this shit about to get crazy.
The conduct of monetary policy and have implications on financial stability. And then it also predicts that the US dollar will lose its preeminence. Today's centralized global monetary and financial system featuring a dominant US dollar mutates into a world of multiple reserve currencies and financial powers of influence, mirroring the shift from the British pound to the US dollar as a reserve asset. And economic importance traditionally leads financial and monetary preeminence. The euro and the renminbi are likely to gain importance alongside the US dollar and increasingly meets the world's demand for the reserve currencies and safe assets. So you can see this. This is what's going to happen. We're going to see a rise in crypto companies, a rise in companies that are, moving into blockchain and into, this new digitization, the fourth industrial revolution. And the next couple of years, I think, are just going to get crazy. I think it's going to change the way people look at the world. It's not going to be, like 2023 and 2024, how we're just, gradually the economy is getting harder and harder. I think we're walking into a really big event that's going to start to push everything digital. And I think we're going to blink and realize, we're in a completely different world. So what do you think about this entire?
So that's it. So notice a big event is going to happen, right? Which the apostles been saying this when they was off on 34th Street, man. You feel me? Elder Apostle Bar, like, yo, the next event is gonna make 9/11 look like a walk in the park, bro. You see what I'm saying? And they're ushering it in. It's that great reset, which we're already in it. But when it hit, like you said, you're gonna blink and oh shit is different. Shit is all digital now. You understand and this is why so much cyber attacks is coming. And niggas is thinking that it's just regular little mishaps in the world. They're preparing the people, bro. You feel me? So I'm gonna leave on a good note. You know what I mean? In Peter, 1 Peter. All right. This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 1. And I'm gonna start at verse 13. I'm gonna read in the NLT. It says, so think clearly and exercise self-control. Look forward to the gracious salvation that will come to you when Yahawashi Hamashiach is revealed to the world. And he's coming back in a fathership that's going to block out the whole sun with an army of chariots and angels. And he's going to be putting work in. He's going to be putting mad people to death. Verse 14, so you must live as Yahweh's obedient children. Don't slip back into your old ways of living to satisfy your own desires. And I'm talking to myself first and foremost, man. All right, because that is very edifying. All right, you didn't know any better then. Yeah, because we was Gentiles in the flesh. All right, which, Hocab Malone can't understand. Okay, in Ephesians 2. All right. It says, but now you must be holy in everything you do. What is holy in the Hebrew? Kodash. What does it mean? Set apart. So we're not moving like the world. All right. Just as Yahweh, who chose you, is holy. Remember, you can't choose Yahawashi. Yahweh chooses you and he brings you unto Yahawashi through the Spirit, man. All right. Pursuant to the Gospel of John, man. If I'm not mistaken, chapter 17. All right. And I'm going to end off right there. All right. So we got to move holy in these days, man. We got to be set apart. You feel me? Because these niggas is completely joined hand in hand, but they're going to be punished, all right, by joining hand in hand with that enemy, man. Spiritually speaking, this is why you're supposed to detach yourself from Babylon. Confusion, all right? And what is the opposite of confusion? Order. Order, all right? So we shouldn't be moving out here thinking you could just do this thing on your own, or you despising government, as it says in Romans. What is that? 9? No. 11. You know. So, hey, man, it's either you gonna get with it or get lost. Hey, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, call Allah Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Shema, Yasha Allah, Yahweh, Allah Hayanawa, Yahweh Achad, Shalak Rayam, Wa, Mashapat Yam, La Babal, Bahasham Yahushai, Babukusha. On to the next one, Akim, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Barakatam, Shalom.